Do you think they're taking somewhat of our advice on what we said about with Paul and Braun during Seth Rollins' absence, which we got to discuss here in a second? But Gunther does the promo. He comes out and basically it's I have continued to see this. I sound just like Gunther.
You okay?
See, I sound just like Gunther there. When, who's next? Who is next for me? Because I have beaten the Goldberg and the Bill Goldberg thing. And he's basically saying he's going to sit there that night and watch the gauntlet match that they have. You know what that's? They ought to call it the King of the Mountain, but that one guy will sue him. We're going to see who's going to be the next challenger at SummerSlam. I don't care who it is. They're all the same to me. And then, boom, out comes Bron Breakker and Paul Heyman. And I was hoping he'd say, well, what do you do with a horse when he breaks his leg? But they didn't go that far. But Paul cut the promo on what's going to happen when Bron wins the gauntlet. And he's going to be the challenger at SummerSlam, and he is going to be the next big thing, and he's going to be the big dog, and this is his yard because he's not a contender. He's a Steiner with another name, Breaker.
It's a weird line to use when you don't actually use the name Steiner.
I know they can come out and say that he's a Steiner, but his name is not Steiner. I'm getting confused, but nevertheless, what Paul does, that he's going to break through the glass ceiling and break your ass at SummerSlam. So you're thinking, okay, this is the direction they're going to go in with this gauntlet thing or whatever. But more importantly, Paul is stepping up and being a spokesperson for Bron Breakker. It worked for Brock, and Bron's a whole lot more natural pro wrestling talent than Brock Lesnar was. So that is good, and that's what, we were hoping would happen in Seth's absence. But then this was a little bit of a swerve, as we'll find out here in a second. It didn't quite go this way, but you want to see Bron Breakker and Gunther, don't you? Just because of the smash mouth offense?
Yeah, and it's something that may not happen right away, but it will happen. It has to happen. And I think Gunther has been one of the highlights on this show for a while. His promos have been maybe the best promos of anyone in wrestling all year. And the confrontation, it felt like one of those moments where the fans were kind of buzzing a little bit. What could happen here? Gunther has always been a heel, even though they're starting to like him a little bit. And, he smirks so much when he delivers these nasty lines that it makes you like the guy. He's got a good smile. Good. I feel like Vince, you got a good smile. Smile more.
Yeah, he's a U-boat captain with a sense of humor.
That's right. And the Bron Breakker thing, and again, we'll talk about the Rollins thing momentarily. The show may be better without Rollins. And the development of Bron Breakker, or the time frame it takes, and everything with Heyman may be more interesting. All this may be better without Rollins around. Whether that's going to be the case or not, time will tell. But I actually thought this week's Raw...
They have to.
I just thought this week's Raw, that you're talking about the clips from, beyond the usual matches that you wouldn't care about that fill up the majority of the show, but the moments that you wanted to see after the fact, I thought it was actually one of the better shows in a while. And a lot of it was because who wasn't there? Filling up a lot of screen time while people sing a song.
Well, they have to, in someone's absence, they have to have somebody step into that. And let's not overlook Bronson Reed, by the way, because, more Bronson Reed is good. He's not going to be the top guy. Bron Breakker will be. But Bronson Reed as a top heel, and then probably at some point again a babyface in the WWE, has years, if he's injury free and etc. He's a main event guy, so yes, more of him. But with Paul being a spokesperson for Braun, standing in front of Gunther or standing in front of any of the main event guys, it fits. You're not instantly put off like, what is this? It works.